live from the Twin Cities. This is the Fox 9 Morning News.
Well, coming up on the Fox 9 Morning News, if you only go to the zoo for the cuddly, the furry creatures, you're missing half the fun.
You are. Sometimes the smallest things are the most interesting, or they can be. We'll take a look at the geckos. Do you see them? Can you see them? They look like sticks. We're coming right back with that story here on the Fox 9 Morning News. Well, Minnesota Zoo, we know, is home to a lot of larger animals, including rhinoceros, bears, and moose, but there are some smaller creatures that can be just as interesting and just as unique. This particular animal just might make you think you're in the heart of Madagascar as we learn more about the Leaf Tailed Gecko. Obviously, you've been waiting to get these geckos for a while.
Right, we have. We've actually had them in the back area of the zoo for a little while, and they've been on exhibit for about a month and a half. We're really excited to have them out here.
Is that the gibbons?
No, those are the red-ruffed lemurs.
Oh my gosh.
Now, they make that sound several times a day. One of the reasons is a territorial sound. They do it just to make sure all the other lemurs in the area know that they're there. And they can do it, too, as a warning sound, or maybe if they hear a loud noise, something like that.
The beautiful part is the geckos did not budge.
No, they won't, actually, because they're nocturnal. So during the day, they sit really still. They don't move at all during the day.
It's interesting watching them. They think they're camouflaged right now.
Yep, sure. When they're not moving, that's a really good means of camouflage anyway. Movement attracts attention. So when they're sitting really still, then that is also a form of camouflage along with the rest of their body. If they're on a log like that, they look just like the log with their, a little bit of frills around their chin and the spotting on their skin. You wouldn't be able to tell if they were right in front of your face.
And you were telling me that they like bugs.
Yes, they do. They're insectivores, and here at the zoo, they eat crickets.
In the wild, would they also eat cockroaches and that kind of thing?
Sure. They'd eat cockroaches like the Madagascar hissing cockroaches that we have here in the tree as well. All sorts of different insects.
And obviously, kids love geckos. What is it about kids and geckos, and even big kids, we can't seem to get enough?
I'm not sure what it is. It may be the fact that they stick on the glass like that, and it's just so amazing because that's maybe one of the things that kids wish that they could do is stick on the glass like that. I know I would think it would be pretty fun.
Once they get to their prey, how do they use their tongue?
They do use their tongue a little bit, but not quite like a chameleon or a frog that sticks their tongue out all the way. They do stick it out just a little bit to kind of stick to that bug, and then they'll pull it in and eat it that way. They usually will wait until the bug is pretty close to them before going after it because they don't have that long, sticky tongue.
But they can move fairly quickly, can't they?
Sure they can. Yep, if they wanted to chase something down, absolutely they could. Predators out in the wild would probably be some things like lemurs. There are some lemurs that like to eat things like geckos, and but once they get to be a little bit bigger, there's probably not as much, and because they're so camouflaged.
Yeah, it's interesting. And Gerg, the whole time we were shooting it, of course, they didn't budge. They could sit there for like 12 hours. He goes, it moved. What do you mean it moved? Okay, it's eye. You saw it in the one shot, the eye moved barely. But you got excited about that, Gerg. Yes, you did. If you want to learn more about the gecko and other great creatures at the zoo, go to mnzoo.org.